Hi guys, welcome to another episode of How to Tutorials by Levonotion Studios. This is Super Sam once again, and in this very episode I'm going to show you how to switch between FK and IK in Blender. Let's get started. During the journey of animation, you realize that there are situations where you would want your character's limbs to either be on FK or IK depending on what action would be needed in a particular shot. So for example, in this shot here, I have my character's feet on IK every time he's having contact with the floor, and anytime the feet is going off the floor, I switch back to FK to have the natural arc within it. Okay, so just this is exactly what the IK and FK is all about. So it depends on what you're doing at a particular point in time. So for example, if you have your character jumping and swinging around a pole, at that point of swinging, you want the hand to be on IK. And if you have your character walking, for example, you want the arms to be on FK. So you can easily get that smooth, natural curve from the arms. You don't want your arms stuck to the air, or you don't want your arms to be on IK while walking, because sometimes it will be difficult for you to get the right arc when the arm swings. So I want to show you another scene to demonstrate how you can easily switch between IK and FK. So for this scene here, I have the character's hand on the table at a point, and a few frames down the line, the character raises his left hand up to scratch the face. Okay, so now the IK part of this will be when the hand is firmly placed on the table. You don't want the arm moving around. If the hand is on FK, it will be difficult to have that solid contact between the hand and the table. So at this point, you need the arm to be on IK, okay? But when the character lifts the hand up, in order to take advantage of the natural arc that the FK gives, you want to switch the hand back to FK. So this is how you can do it here in Blender. So I have nothing happening. The character is still, right? And on frame 1, I need to just mess this up a little so you get what I'm trying to say. So this is the IK now, and this is the FK. I'm just putting the FK on no man's land. FK is on its own. So now I just like to switch this IK to FK. Can you see what's the position of the FK? And this is the position of the IK. So what I want to do now is, on frame 1, I want to set a keyframe for my IK, okay? Because I want the hand to be on the table all through frame 20. Then from 20 to 21, I want to switch between the IK and the FK, okay? So now, on frame 1, all I need to do here is set a keyframe for my IK, but most importantly, I also need to set a keyframe for my FK. So what I do is, I try as much as possible to make sure my IK and my FK are on the same position. If they are not on the same position, then issues will come up by the time you're switching between IK and FK. For example, if I want my hand to be on the table for 20 frames, like I said earlier on, and on frame 21, I want to switch to IK, and I want to switch to FK, and I do this. See what happens. The hand moves from the position of the IK to the position of the FK. And because the gap is just way too much, my animation will look so rough and jagged. And this is what that would give you. So on frame 20, I'm going to keyframe the hand. Well, first let's viewport display in front. So select that. 1, 2, 3, okay. 4, 5, and I'm quickly going to create I want to quickly create a selection set for that. So I'm just going to call this arm and assign. Okay, so on 20, I'm just going to set the keyframe. Remember, I want this to be on IK. Okay, so set the keyframe. And on frame 20, I want it to be on FK, right? So FK, I need to set a keyframe for my IK as well. IK and 21, back to FK. Okay, so now, when you play your animation, you can see that snap, bah, and that's not what you want. You want your animation to be very, very smooth. But the reason why this is not smooth is because my IK is on a different position when compared to the FK during the switch. That's just the problem. So how do we fix it? It's very simple. So just come to frame 20. On frame 20 here, I want remember this is the IK position, the FK position that I want at the end of the day, right? Okay, so I'm just going to select this, and I'm going to copy that. Okay, so now on frame 20, I'm going to snap my FK to my IK. So snap FK to IK, and that takes the FK position down to the position of the IK. Then I can select and set a keyframe. Very, very important. So now your FK and IK are on the same position. Then don't also forget to keyframe your IK and FK switch. Now it's keyframed. So on frame 20, at this point, I still want the position of my IK to be together with my FK. Okay, so I still want that. So I'm just going to click on the FK, and I'm still snapping the FK to the IK. So it still remains on that same position. Okay, then select the arm and keyframe. But this time around, I want to switch to FK. Now watch what happens. I want you to look at the arm closely. You can see, so when I switch to FK, okay, you can hardly see the difference. So I'm switching between IK and FK now, and the hand remains the same in the same position. Okay, so this is the trick. So the switch is seamless at this point. So I'm switching to FK, and now I have IK here on 20 and FK on 21. Now I can probably give myself maybe 5 frames to take my animation to the current position that I want the FK to be, which is that. Okay, so you can select everything. And if you want to really work clean, I can as well snap my IK back to my FK. So IK to FK and keyframe. So this way, when you work this way, it's going to make your transition between FK and IK very, very smooth. And so now, when you hit on play, you can see the transition is smoother compared to what we had initially. So this is how you can do it. To make a summary of everything I've been saying since, the first thing you want to do is make sure the position of your IK and your FK controller is the same. Set a keyframe for both the IK controls and the FK controls on the same position. Then don't also forget to set a keyframe on your IK and FK switch. This way, your transition will be seamless. So guys, this is what I'm going to call it a wrap. I hope you've learned one or two things from this video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel if you've not done so. And until next time, keep your creativity blended.